In the vast and intricate tapestry of human relationships, your person perceives you as a luminous thread, one that does not simply blend into the pattern but stands out, glowing with a beauty that radiates from both your inner spirit and your outward presence. To them, you are not just another figure in the crowd, you are extraordinary, a rare gem gleaming among countless ordinary stones. They see you as someone unique, someone who embodies both strength and grace, someone whose presence changes the very fabric of their world. In their eyes, you are remarkable not only for the way you carry yourself but for the transformation you have undergone, a metamorphosis so profound that it has left them both humbled and inspired. They have watched you evolve, shifting from a place of quiet uncertainty into a being of confidence and light, much like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. This change has fascinated them, for the confidence you now embody is not shallow or surface deep but rooted in the very core of your being. It is a confidence born of growth, of struggle, of hard-earned self-awareness. And yet, for all their admiration, there lingers within them a quiet worry, a subtle ache they cannot shake. They sense a change, a shift in your energy, as though the vibrant connection that once linked you so strongly has dimmed. What was once a bright, pulsing lifeline between you now feels quieter, weaker, as if slipping away. They cannot help but notice that your attention is no longer turned toward them with the same warmth and devotion it once carried, and this realization unsettles them deeply. Still, they understand the truth, this change is not without cause. It did not happen suddenly or without reason. In moments of reflection, they see clearly that their own hesitation, their own lack of action, planted the seeds of distance between you. Their reluctance to commit fully, their inability to provide you with the reassurance you longed for, and their inconsistency in showing up for you, all of these choices, or failures to choose, created cracks in the bond you shared. The back and forth, the uncertainty, the constant wavering left you in turmoil, and now they know that they are the ones responsible for your growing detachment. This realization has broken their heart. They feel as though they have let something precious, something golden, slip through their fingers. You are offering them something rare, devotion, effort, and a willingness to go to great lengths to nurture and protect the connection you shared. You invested in them wholeheartedly, and they now see that they failed to reciprocate in the way you deserved. The weight of this recognition fills them with sorrow and regret, for they know that when you were most vulnerable, when you needed their presence and support the most, they were not there. They were not emotionally available. They did not provide the comfort and reassurance you needed, and this absence has left scars not only on you but on their own heart. Looking back, they are consumed by the wish to turn back time. They long to rewrite their actions, to make different choices, to treat you with the tenderness, loyalty, and love that you deserved from the very beginning. They imagine what could have been if they had simply embraced the connection fully, if they had silenced their hesitation and allowed themselves to give you the assurance and stability you longed for. But time, they know, is unyielding, a river that flows in only one direction. The past cannot be undone, no matter how much they wish otherwise. What remains to them now is not the ability to change what has already been but the chance to learn, to grow, and to hope for the opportunity to make amends in the future. They carry within them a whirlwind of emotions, admiration, awe, regret, sorrow, and longing, all interwoven into the complexity of how they feel about you. They admire the person you are, the strength you embody, the way you shine with authenticity and beauty. They are amazed by your resilience, by your ability to rise even when let down. But alongside that admiration is a heavy weight of remorse. They know they hurt you. They know they allowed fear and hesitation to rob them of something extraordinary, and they now wish with every part of their being that they could make things right. Most importantly, they have learned. Through this pain, through this reckoning, they now understand what they once overlooked, that love and relationships are not sustained by admiration alone. They require effort, commitment, and a willingness to be emotionally present, even when it is difficult, even when vulnerability feels frightening. They have learned that love must be nurtured with constancy, with reassurance, with actions that match words. They know now that their failure to provide this was not just a mistake but a lesson etched deeply into their heart. As they carry this understanding forward, they are determined never to forget it. They long for a chance to show you, in time, that they have grown, that they can love not with hesitation, but with the kind of devotion and presence that you deserve. And while they cannot undo the past, they can honor the lesson it has taught them, that true connection is a gift that must be cherished, safeguarded, and met with equal effort. You are, to them, an irreplaceable thread in the tapestry of their life, and they hold on to the hope that they may one day weave themselves back into your story, not as someone who faltered, but as someone who finally chose to love with the courage and commitment you always deserved. In the intricate and fragile dance of relationships, there often comes a moment when one partner is struck with a realization so profound that it shakes the very foundation of who they are. Your partner has reached such a moment. After much denial and avoidance, they are finally coming to terms with the truth. Their ego, their pride, and their deceptive actions have sabotaged the precious bond that once existed between the two of you. This understanding is not light or fleeting. It has weighed heavily upon their heart, pressing down on them with an intensity that leaves them restless and unsettled. What once seemed like small mistakes now echo in their mind as devastating choices that created a chasm between you. Night after night, they lie awake, haunted by regret. Their mind replays every word spoken in anger, every moment of arrogance, every instance where they allowed ego to win over love. Sleep no longer comes easily. Instead, they are accompanied by restless thoughts of what could have been if only they had chosen humility over pride, honesty over deceit, and tenderness over stubbornness. Each sleepless night only deepens the ache, a constant reminder of the love they once held close yet carelessly pushed away. They are acutely aware of the growing distance between you. They feel the coldness in your silence, the absence of your warmth, the way you have drawn back in self-preservation. This distance is not a mystery to them, it is the natural and inevitable consequence of broken trust. Trust was once the bedrock of your connection, the unshakable foundation that allowed your love to flourish. But through their missteps, that trust was fractured, leaving behind cracks that cannot be easily repaired. They know this. They understand that trust, once broken, is fragile and not easily mended. And yet, despite the weight of their guilt, they are not ready to surrender. Not yet. Obsessed with the thought of making things right, they feel an overwhelming urge to reach out to you. They long to explain, to apologize, to pour out the truth that their actions have buried for far too long. They want to send words that drip with sincerity, messages that pulse with regret, hoping that if you could only feel the rawness of their heart, you might allow a doorway to open again. They dream of bridging the gap between you, of breaking through the silence and clearing the misunderstandings that still linger like stubborn shadows. Their deepest desire is to wipe the slate clean and begin again, to step into a fresh start where mistakes no longer define the future. In their eyes, you are still the one, the only one. To them, you are not simply a partner but a mirror of their soul, the embodiment of their hopes, dreams, and deepest desires. The thought of losing you, of losing the reflection of everything they cherish most, is unbearable. They cannot imagine a life without you in it. No one else compares, no one else even comes close. You are the person who makes sense of their chaos, the one who steadies their spirit, the one they see as their perfect match. With this newfound resolve, they long to begin again, not by pretending the past never happened, but by leaving its bitterness behind and burying its pain. They want to let go of arguments that spiraled out of control, of misunderstandings that festered into resentment, of the pride that stood like a wall between you. They want to turn the page and write a new chapter in your shared story, a chapter filled with respect, mutual understanding, compassion, and love that runs deeper than before. They are not blind to the reality of where you stand. They know you are hurt. They recognize that their arrogance and aggression left scars, scars that forced you to build walls around your heart. Those walls were never there before, they were constructed out of necessity, to protect yourself from the pain they caused. And they know that it is they, and they alone, who gave you reason to build them. This knowledge haunts them, yet it also fuels their determination to take responsibility and to do whatever it takes to earn back your trust. At the heart of it all is a partner who is filled with regret but not hopelessness. They yearn desperately for a second chance, not simply for the sake of comfort, but for the chance to truly grow alongside you. They are ready, for perhaps the first time, to face their mistakes with humility, to learn from them, and to become better because of them. Despite the brokenness, despite the distance, they still believe in love, your love, and in the power of redemption. They believe that even after storms, the sun can rise again, and that even in the ruins of mistakes, new beginnings can bloom. Above all, they are ready to fight for you, for the relationship, and for the love you once shared. They see you as worth every effort, every tear, and every moment of vulnerability. To them, you have always been worth fighting for, and you always will be. Their heart whispers the same truth over and over, that love, when it is real, deserves a second chance. And in their eyes, the love between you has always been real, always been sacred, and always been worth saving.